So what is a metal plate? So when we give a charge to it, so if you look at the metal plate, so first we'll concentrate on the metal plate here. So this was the metal plate. What all charge it is available on it? So it was having a charge Q. So that charge will be in this order. Will get uniformly distributed on either side, no? So and that will be how much? Q by 2 and Q by 2. I think you better start the problem like this. And there are the plates. These are the plates are there. Initially, what was the charge between them? So plus Q charge minus Q charge. So initially, and it is not being earthed. So when you bring that, when you bring that, so any electrostatic induction occurs. Any electrostatic induction occurs. So this is the plate. Okay, this is the one plate. Okay, these are the plates. No, plates A in plate that one, which will have a charge. I'll not going to close the switch. Initially, this is the case, plus Q and minus Q. Now a metal plate is brought here. The moment if I bring metal plate, any charge induction, and where do I'll place? I'll place near to the plate B, no? So it will be like this. Now proceed like this. Any induction will occur. So this was the metal plate. So what was the charge? It was Q by 2. The charge, how much it was? It was Q. If you want, you can make this vertical also. It doesn't much makes difference here. So what are the charges that will be induced? Before closing switch, what will be the situation of charges? Plus Q is there. So it will induce charge, and minus Q is there. It will also induce a charge. So what this plus Q? It will induce a charge. So therefore here a net negative minus Q by 2 will be formed. Then here positive charge, the resultant it will be 3Q by 2. Now why this charge has to change? Electrostatic induction occurs, no? Because what was earlier charge on the metal plate? Q by 2. When I place it here, plus Q and Q by 2 is there. Electrostatic induction must occur. Why it should take place? Anybody, sir? Keep it like that only. What is the problem with that? The net field inside the conductor will become non-zero. So electrostatic induction occurs, redistribution of charge takes place. Because of that, what will happen here? Minus Q by 2 will be formed and 3Q by 2 will be formed here. So this is the initial. So now what will happen? I'm going to close the switches. So I'm going to close the switch. I'm going to earth these plates. So this the plates will be, now it will be earthed. I'm making some common earthing here. So I don't know what charges. This is what we have to make a guess here. What charges will be there. So I'll proceed like this. Q1 minus Q1. This will be Q2 minus Q2. You can ask questions. Why you put Q1 minus Q1? Why not Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4? I think at least by this time you must be aware of how to distribute charges to make net field inside the container 0. We can make this assumption, and this was the switch A, and this is B. No, okay, let's get into the problem. Q2 minus Q2, sorry. If you want to, you bring it positive here. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate what charge has flown through the switches A and B. What was the earlier charge Q? We'll find out Q1. The difference of that will be the charge flown through the switch. That's a basic method. No, it's a metal, no? And what is the potential at A and B? Potential at A should be equal to potential at B. Any reason for that? Because they are being earthed. I think whenever that earthing comes, you have to take help of that condition. Whenever that earthing comes, so one thing, because of earthing here, VA equal to VB. So let me call this is C. So therefore, I can write it as like a VCA should be equal to VCB. Or VA minus VC minus VA equal to VC minus VB. I'm writing equation like this. So now, so I write down the equation. What is VCA? VCA should be equal to the field here will be like this. E1, whereas the field here will be E2. So minus E1. What is the separation? This should be equal to what is the separation? 2D, no? It is okay, fine. 2D, and this is D. So write and solve it. VCA is equal to how much it should be? Electrostatic induction will occur. Charge should be conserved and electrostatic induction must take place here. So minus E1 into 2D. So VCB is equal to E2 into D, that one. Okay, what is E1? E1 you write it minus Q1 by A epsilon naught 2D. This should be Q2 by A epsilon naught D. So minus 2Q1 equal to Q2. This is the one equation you keep it. And what should be the charge of metal plate? Should be conserved, no? So what was the charge of metal plate? It was Q. So Q should be equal to Q2 minus Q1. This is one equation. The other equation for metal plate. For metal plate, what is the equation? We can write it as Q should be equal to minus Q1 plus Q2. So solve these two equations. So we'll get expression for Q1, Q2. Then after getting Q1, we can check what charge has flown through the switches A and B. Is it okay? Sign, why negative sign? VAC. VAC is what I took positive here. Because plate A is having positive charge Q1, no? According to the charge distribution, what we are given, E1 will be like this. So therefore, VCA should be negative, no? So minus E1, 2D, that is. Anybody value Q1, Q2?
Minus 2Q by 3, Q by 3.
Q1 how much?
Q1 is
minus Q by 3.
minus Q by 3.
Q2
Q2 minus 2 plus 2Q by 3.
plus 2Q by 3. Okay, now you can, earlier what was the charge? Q. So it has become minus Q1 by 3. So what charge might have flown through the switch A? So I have to change, no, because I assumed this to be plus Q1. So it is in fact minus Q1. So earlier there was a charge Q. Now it has become minus Q by 3. So 2Q by 3, 2Q by 3 charge flown through the switch A. So we'll do one thing, plate A. For plate A, earlier charge was Q. Okay, clear this. So some charge left. I'll assume some charge left. Let me call that as QA, and it has become minus Q by 3. So therefore, what is QA? QA should be equal to 2Q by 3. What do you mean by negative sign? I had to interpret sign properly. Plus Q plus this, you write it minus QA. What do you mean by negative sign here? Charge left here. So negative sign indicates charge flown out from plate A. Okay. Similarly, go for plate B, that one. Plate B, what was the charge? Minus Q. Then it has become 2Q by 3. So for plate B, so earlier charge was minus Q. I'll assume that plus Q charge plus QB charge entered. And it has become 2Q by 3. Plus, no, it is. What do you mean by positive sign? Charge entered. I'm going to assume it. So 5Q by 3 charges will flow here. So like that, we can predict the flow. So just I took the problem where if the slab is already having some charge, can be asked here. So direction of QA, you have to give like this.